Christmas time, Christmas time is coming. We wish you a Merry Grinchmas. We wish you a Merry Grinchmas. And is my camera okay? Welcome back to my channel, all you beautiful people. My name is Dominique, and today I thought we would read some funny, embarrassing Christmas stories. Because you know, tis the season to be jolly lolly. Jolly lolly. Christmas is not as Christmassy as it should be in South Africa. We don't have like the snow and all that good stuff, and yeah, I don't know, I feel like I love the idea of Christmas, but I would love to like experience the full like on white Christmas, snow and all that good stuff. So one day I will have the most Christmassy Christmas ever. But for today we will just live vicariously through other people's stories. So let's start it off. Not my story, but my parents told me that when they were first married, they handmade a popcorn string to go around the tree. Over the next week, they kept noticing that pieces of the popcorn string were missing. But they weren't sure what was doing it because they didn't own any pets. Okay, interesting. I'm going with like a little mouse of some sort. Like a cute little creature, right? It has to be a cute little creature. Finally, one night they heard a noise out in the living room, so they went to go investigate, and it turns out there was a mouse. I knew it! Coming out to eat the popcorn string every night. That is really cute. OMG. That's adorable. This Christmas for the mouse too. He was like, yes, queen, snacks. That's adorable. I would have to make him a popcorn string every month just so that he could be happy. That's so cute, right? Oh man. Well, this happened last year. We had food set out on the table and we were all sitting on chairs around it. Out of nowhere, my brother's chair snapped and he tried to grab onto the table but could only grab the cloth. That's a rough one. I hate that. And then I'm like, is it me? Was the chair unstable? Do I really need to like lay off of the Christmas meal? Like, things be bad. And as he landed on the floor, he pulls the cloth with him a bit. The only thing that fell was a massive chocolate cake, but it splattered everywhere. Everyone couldn't stop laughing for the night. At least he didn't take the whole meal with him, but he took the most important part, guys. He took the chocolate. My brain's like, oh no, sacrificing of the cake. We have switched off. He took the chocolate cake with him. I think that's the most important part of the whole meal, guys. Cake. Because everybody love a good cake. Cake. Now I'm just staring off into the distance thinking about cake. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Appreciate you. Really. Alright, so my younger cousin snuck my present from the tree at my grandparents and held it hostage for about a month or so. Sorry, firstly, these people are super prepared because they were like Christmas shopping, but I suppose it's grandmamas, grandparents. They were Christmas shopping months before Christmas. I aspire to be like that one day. A few days before Christmas, I'm like, oh man, we were meant to do that Christmassy thing with the presents and stuff, so we'll get there one day. We'll be adult enough to do such. Where was I? Alright, we were all bewildered and freaked out, and my and my grandpa took their lab to the vet's office to make sure he didn't eat it. Oh shame. So the younger cousin stole the present and the grandfather was like, oh, you know what, the dog must have eaten it, so he took him to the vet. That's so sad. I remember crying because I was the only kid who didn't get a present out of the 8 or 9 cousins. That's hardcore, mate. My aunt eventually found it in his room, so always make sure that all gifts are accounted for and there for Christmas and that nothing is missing. It's the difference between a happy Christmas and the Christmas of a whining, screaming child, while all the cousins lost faith in their belief of Santa Claus. Sorry, that's funny. So this kiddo was like, Santa didn't love me, I wasn't even naughty, I didn't even get cold this year, I just got nothing. I got nothing for Christmas. Why? Why me? Why cruel world? That's pretty funny. Alright, I got one. My family only ever got one real tree. Okay, so like, to me that's pretty normal here. We don't really have real Christmas trees. We have like those little plasticky ones that you that you pop up, you know, and like have to spend hours straining the leaves and stuff to kind of make them look decent. So not having a real Christmas tree, kind of, yeah, pretty normal for me, right? This being my parents' parent, why can't I read today? I feel like I can never read, guys. Send help. This being my parents' first buying experience, they didn't know that you could get a slanted trunk that won't stay up. I wouldn't have known this either, like I'm learning things. My dad realized that after attempting to get it to stay up multiple times. So dad was like, okay, cool. Obviously the tree's slanted, so shade's staying upright. This was back when he had less control over anger. My mom leaves the room for a bit and comes back to find he had chucked the tree off the balcony of the apartment. Nice. He was like, I'm done with this. The frustration obviously got the better of him because he could not make this tree. It just would not. We've had the same fake tree my whole life. After that, mom was like, listen, sweetheart, listen, honey. I think we need to just get a fake tree. And that's it, Sam. I love that. Oh, man. No, sorry. Because it was all Christmas related, but it says every Black Friday I hire some kid actors. I go to the mall and have the kids ask, when is daddy coming home? I make huge coin and have a terribly gluttonous holiday. So he literally hires actors to go and be like, my dad is gone, when is he coming home? And then people feel bad for them and give them money. And then he pays the child actors off and takes the money and then he goes and like treats himself to like snacks and things. What? That is ridiculous. How? I don't understand how people can do such things. I would feel so guilty. No. No. That's ridiculous. It's smart, but ridiculous. Alright, so worst Christmas ever. I came down with swine flu and had to wear a surgical mask. My deadbeat dad went to jail, and on Christmas morning I find my beloved pet parakeet dead on the bottom of his cage. My neighbors looked out their back window that day to see a sobbing 17-year-old in a pink bathrobe and a SARS mask saying a funeral for a dead bird in the middle of a blizzard. Oh dude, yeah, okay, you win, hands down. That is a horrible, horrible Christmas. Oh man. I feel so bad for you. You're already feeling like super terrible. Your pops is now in jail. He ain't doing good. And then you find that your only baby, like your only friend, man, has now been killed. What? Guys, it's like today I'm just trying to record and like I seem to be distracted. There'll be kiddos running around like there'll be doggos barking in the background. I don't know, guys. I just 9-year-old me ran into my mom and dad's room, excited to open presents. Unfortunately, as I was running in, I tripped over a rug and smashed my teeth against my parents' bedpost. Oh, friend. That's horrible. It's always like horrible when you're like super overexcited and then you just you don't have your bearings and you don't see things around you and bad things happen, man. You're in such a good space. I hate that. I've had things like this happen to me before. Blood was everywhere. I lost one tooth, luckily a baby tooth, and fractured my adult incisor. Fractured? Chipped? Fractured? Sorry, I've never heard that term. I fractured a tooth. Never heard that. Anywho, I had to wait 6 hours in hospital for a specialist to arrive. Didn't get to open any of my presents and had to drink my Christmas dinner through a straw. Ew! Man. We still have the bedpost with 3 clear, distinct teeth marks. That's funny, dude. Like, after all these years, you kept the bedpost and it's got all the teeth marks in it. That's horrific. Shame. You didn't get any of your prezzies. And you had to, like, literally blend your Christmas dinner and drink it with a straw. I think that sounds absolutely disgusting. Ugh, it sounds gross to me. I'm sorry. It's... Turkey and the stuffing in there, but... Sorry. Be chunky. I'm gonna stop thinking about this now. Alright, let's do one last one before like sorry, my brain's unhappy now. Alright, one more. Alrighty, so let's do one more. So worst Christmas ever. The year the cat ran up the tree and couldn't get down. The dog thought it was playtime and ran full speed across my living room and launched into the tree to play with the cat. I have an English Mastiff that weighs about 150 pounds right now. The tree stood no chance. Ornaments, everywhere. The cat bolted as soon as the tree hit the ground and the dog followed. There were crushed presents, shattered ornaments, and pine needles everywhere. Dude, that's horrible. Imagine like setting up and you put all the time and love into your tree and your prezzies and then it's just ruined. But in all fairness, you have fur babies and they always be up to mischief, guys. Cats are always doing crazy things. You can't trust them around a Christmas tree. It's just not it. That was the last year we had a real tree. Bought a fake, fold out one the next year so that the cat could no longer sniff around and climb into it. I'm pretty sure he still made his way into it, right? I'm pretty sure he made his way into it. That wasn't going to stop him. It didn't really ruin Christmas, but it definitely wasn't a good way to spend Christmas morning. Makes for a good story though. I'll just be like, that's it, Christmas is cancelled. I'll be Grinch missing it up. I'll be like, that's it, Christmas is cancelled. We're done. Kidding. Nah, I think that's kind of cute, dude. That's kind of cute though. Right, if your babies are happy, if the fur babies are happy, I'm genuinely happy. And like you say, it makes for a good story because that's adorable. Yeah. The fur babies were living their best lives. Alright, beautiful humans. Those were some of the worst Christmas stories. The worst Christmases that people were having. There seem to be loads more, so I will probably do like a part 2 of this. But otherwise I'm going to sit here rambling on forever.